Hi everyone, this is Michelle. Welcome back to the NARU channel. This is episode 4 of our 90-day challenge of posting a video every single week. Thanks to our member Joy who started this challenge with us. So today's episode is going to be about how to launch your cohort for your community in 6 steps. So I'll be going through 6 stages of your community building journey to take you from 0 without a community, without a cohort, to a thriving community of a cohort. If you find this video useful, please leave a like below and subscribe to our channel. And without further ado, let's get into it. So step number 1 is selecting your audience. As a community builder, you have to focus on an industry or a niche where you think that you can value members the most. So it could be something you're passionate about, it could be your hobby, it could be something that you see a lot of people struggle with, but you find you have the solutions for. So pick your audience, go speak to those people, and basically in this step, you have to figure out what they need from you. What do they want to learn about? What are their goals? Why do they want to achieve those goals? And most particularly, what pain points they have in the current situation that they're in. For example, if you are going to create a crocheting cohort, right? You might be a master at crocheting, but other people have the pain points of watching heaps and heaps of YouTube tutorials and not knowing where to start, or perhaps starting projects that they can't finish. A lot of us might relate to that, right? With any specific knowledge or industry. So your job now is to figure out what struggles that they go through, what current support systems they have. Do they have another class that they go to? Do they have other friends who perhaps give them tips on how to do crocheting better? Do they simply watch YouTube tutorials and that's enough for them? Figure out what their current support system looks like so that you can figure out where to position your support and your help. Step number 2 is planning now your content around these problems that you found that people are suffering from when they're trying to master this skill. So in this part, you want to ideate on how to address their problems. What type of solutions could you possibly offer? In this specific stage, it's very important to actually speak to a couple of those people and to bring them in to give you the feedback on whether or not the problems and the solutions that you're thinking about actually make sense to them. So once you've identified that you want to, for example, help people with crocheting better, perhaps you can speak to 5 to 10 of them, ask them, what are the current situation like? Would they possibly be interested to join a community for this? Would they be possibly interested to paying for a cohort for this as well? And for them to give you the feedback on maybe the sessions, the topics, what type of resources that might be interested in, as well as any ideas that you have that you want to validate before you actually launch. So this is a very crucial step, because if you launch with a lot of ideas in your head and you've never talked to anyone about this, no one has ever validated this for you, you might risk launching a community for no one. And in this circumstance, a lot of people might actually want to join your community, but they don't see the value in it. So it's very important to bring those people earlier on in this second step so that you can get exactly the information that you need from them, and they can give you feedback earlier on so that they can build this community with you, not just waiting for you to do it for them. Now that brings us to the third step. So once you've finished understanding how to address their problems, gotten feedback from them, you want to now think about impact. What do you want your members to leave with? So this could be perhaps a transformation. It could be learning a skill set that they don't currently have. It could be feeling more confident with themselves about a specific skill, finding the connection, having the peer support. It could be any of the above or all of the above, right? But you want to specifically then list those down and track them. So when you launch your community, you know exactly what you're looking for through your members' participation, their engagement, their growth, define the success so that you know how to measure that alongside your launch for the cohort. When your members come in, the last thing you really want is for them to be, very excited, but not really going towards learning, or maybe feeling a bit less engaged in the second week, and you're not really knowing what went wrong. So if you actually define those metrics for yourself, it's a lot easier to then look at it every single week to say, hey, I've actually got 50% participation rate, which isn't as much as I hoped for. Actually, now I need to speak to these members to figure out what's hindering them from participating, or what's hindering them from completing these assignments. Once you've set out these metrics, it's then easier for you to follow up and to figure out whether you're on the right track. So do this before you launch the cohort so you don't make the mistake of launching without a plan. The fourth step that you want to do is to strategize engagement. This is very crucial in order to instruct your members basically how you want them to engage. Lots of people are kind of dumb when it comes to communities. If they remember to do something, they will, and most of the time they will forget because we all have very busy lives. So the first thing you need to do is to strategize. How do you want people to show up? Give them a time, give them a location, and give them a frequency. When you have those three things, it's a lot easier for them to see something in the calendar or to see an invite knowing that they are expected to participate, expected to show up at a regular time frame. So once you have this information to your members, you can expect them to basically see that, oh, this is what you're expecting from them, and they now know what to do in order for them to engage, in order for them to get the most out of their cohort and from their experience with you. And now the fifth step that we want to talk about is accountability, because a lot of the times people will start the program very, very excited, very motivated, but things will drop off by maybe the second or third week if you're lucky. And this is completely normal. You know, we have to anticipate that because people do feel that fatigue of overwhelm of, oh, now I'm really excited, but suddenly I feel like life's also busy, so I can't participate as much as I used to. So in this case, you want a plan going into your launch so that there's accountability bred into the community and the cohort from the very beginning. Set them up with accountability partners. So the way to do this is think about your members as people that you want to matchmake, just a little bit like Tinder. So if they have similar goals, perhaps if they are in the similar locations, if they have anything in common, create a small group of them to talk to one another through the growth of their cohort. You don't want them feeling isolated from the very beginning. And this is a very sure way of basically engaging your members from the very get-go, getting them to make some friends, and then getting them to show up because now they've made friends and now they've met these smaller connections that actually mean something to them. So the way to stay relevant is to include accountability from the very beginning. And if you haven't already done so, this is going to be a really good tip for anyone who's suffering from lower engagement in any of their courses and cohorts. And the last part is basically to launch your program. So now that you've done all of these steps, I can assure you you've got a really great plan going into launching a cohort. So there will be a lot of feedback that you're getting from the people. And the last thing you want to do is for them to completely go away and for you to completely forget your plans. So the most crucial thing when it comes to running the program is to learn as you go and document everything. So when people give you great testimonials, document it. When you feel like there's a drop in engagement, document it. You know, document every single touch point and everything you're learning throughout the way, because that's going to be your recipe for success as you continue the cohort and as you iterate on this for the next cohort and the next and the next. So nothing is perfect from the get-go. Don't expect, you know, it's gonna be really easy, everything's gonna be as expected, because things will happen. You will have to learn as you go. And this will be very different depending on what you're teaching, you know, where your members are coming in from, whether it's online, offline, you know, we haven't even talked anything about those things. So as you actually learn how to engage people in your cohort, that's going to be skills that's specific to these members and specific to you as a community builder and what you can offer them. So if you find something that works, whether it's, you know, introducing members to one another on the very first call, or putting them into a little small group from the very beginning, or, you know, hosting a session online where everyone just, you know, co-works together or knits together in camera, like any ideas that pop up from whatever your members are telling you and whatever you're finding is working, document them so you can double down on them the next time. So I hope all of these tips are useful to you, and if you try them, please let us know, because we'd love to know how it goes for you and we'd love to receive any testimonials from using these 6 steps. If this is helpful, please subscribe and click on the like button, share it to a friend, share it to a community builder or someone you want to build a community with or for. You can share it with your members so they can build it with you. Before I go, let's talk about NARU real quick, because all of this is possible because of NARU as well. So NARU is a community platform which empowers social impact communities with engagement, with thriving networks, with accountability. So we actually help you build all those 6 steps within our platform, and we handhold you as well to make sure that you're on track with launching your program. If you're interested, reach out to us at our website right here, or you can click on one of the forms below that I'll leave in the description. Thank you so much for listening. We're reaching out to as many of you as possible, so please help us within that process and the journey. Come talk to us if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next episode.